Hello, testing, testing. Hopefully the volume is good. I'm trying out new music today. It's by a really nice man who goes by Callie666 on Discord. Also, hello, Fortuner. Just came here to say hi, but unfortunately I'm on my phone, so got to go now. See ya. Oh, I appreciate you stopping by. Let's get to the leak coding screen. I like this new music. Shout out to Callie666 on Discord. Let me load up my leak coding page. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are continuing our journey of learning to leak code in Python. I'm going off of the blind 75 leak code list. So previous streams we did these 5. No, these 4. Did we do this one, maximum subarray? No, we did not do this one. Oh, did we skip something? Maximum subarray. Well, I guess we're doing this one. Okay, let me know if the music is too loud too, by the way. I haven't tested out the volume myself. Mike Brown Pelican says, "Hi, how's Leetcode going?" Well, it's going okay. I just started learning how to do it in Python. Previously I was using Java. It's such a weird change. I'm not familiar with the syntax at all. Okay, Leetcode. By the way, Mike Brown is a MBA coach. Is that why you're called Mike Brown? Is he on the Pelicans? Mike Brown. Which team? Oh, the Knicks, huh? Just random username? Oh, alright. Okay, maximum subarray. Given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. I keep forgetting what subarray is. A subarray is a contiguous, non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Okay. So it has to be continuous. The indices have to be right next to each other. You can't delete or insert anything in between. With the largest sum and return its sum. Okay, so I guess you're given a array like this, and you have to find the sequence, like connected sequence of numbers that forms the largest sum. Okay. Let me get on my pen here. Mike Brown says, "Are you preparing for an interview or just learning?" Both. You never know when an interview might show up in the future. Okay, I'll put a 6. So this array 4, -1, 2, 1 has the largest sum of 6. 4, -1, 2, 1. Ooh, interesting. How would you know that to start there? Okay. I remember the solution in Java a bit, but not quite. I think the trick is to iterate from left to right, right? So you would first take -2. You're like, okay, my current sum is -2. Then you look at 1. So you're like, okay, my sum is -1. And then you look at -3. And then you're like, okay, so this is when it's -2. This is when it's 1. Unraw Isib ISI IB says, "Bro, make a QR code cracker, please." Oh. That sounds hard. Why do you want to make a QR code cracker? Aren't there ones online though? Also, don't different QR codes... Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Aren't there supposed to be QR code crackers online that you can use? Or is it just for the sake of... Yeah, there is? Oh, do you just want to see me make it for the sake of exercise? I think I kind of remember how this goes, actually only very vaguely. So let's say your current number is -2, right? So your current sum is, let's start with 0, you're like, okay, my current sum is -2, I guess. And then you look at 1, like, okay, my current sum is -1. I remember there's supposed to be some sort of condition where you can say, okay, my current, like, starting off at my current element would be better than continuing the current sum that I have, you know? Mike Brown Pelican says, what software do you use for the animated avatar? Oh, I use VC Face. It's a VTuber avatar. VC Face. You kind of have to load a model into it though. For that, I made it with Blender. And I rigged it in Unity. Blender is a 3D modeling software. Unity is a game engine where you can rig stuff, I suppose. Yeah. Unraw, I see. I'm just gonna call you Unraw. What are you making? I'm currently hacking into the government. -2, 1. I mean, at this point, you can totally be like, just taking 1 is way better than trying to continue the sum, right? If I add 1 to -2, it's -1. Whereas if I just start off with 1 here, like start over, that's the better decision, right? And then -3. -3. This will become -2. Okay, sure. You probably need a pointer too to keep track of what your max sum is at any given point. So far our best solution is 1. And then we go to 4. Our current element is 4. And we're like, okay, 4 plus -2 is 2. But we could just start off new with 4, right? 4 is greater than -2. I mean 2. So you could start off with just 4 here. And our max is now this one. Mike Brown says, I'm guessing you probably want to reset the sum if it's less than 0. Is that basically what we're doing? You know what? I think that's basically what we're doing. So you're saying... Oh, I see. If the current sum is negative, that means you're better. You're obviously, chances are you're better off starting off with the current element, right? Ooh. But what if you have another negative? Oh, a negative cum sum is going to totally drag you down regardless, right? Oh, I think you're right. Oh, you're right. So if we go to -2, we're like, okay, it's -2. Reset to 0. And then we go to 1. And we take 1. Oh, that's basically the behavior we want. That's basically what I try to map out. And then we go to -3, which is -2. And we're like, okay, we're better off taking the next number because our cum sum is just going to drag us down. And then we get to 4. It's 4. And get to -1, 3. I guess we still need some sort of pointer to track what our best sum is. And then we go to 2. That becomes 5. And then we're like, oh, this is our best thing now. Find the subarray and return its sum. And then we go to 1, that equals 6. And then, okay, this is the biggest one. And then we go to -5, which becomes 1. And we're like, all right. And then we go to 4, this becomes 5. Yeah, that's the solution. We don't even need the pointers, just the sum I guess. I think we do need a pointer to track which, like, what our max sum is. Like, otherwise we're gonna lose our solution as we iterate through, no? Okay. So our solution is to iterate from left to right, maintain a current sum. If our current sum goes to 0 or less than 0, then we reset to 0, because that means our current cum sum is going to drag the rest of the future cum sum down. So the better decision would be to restart as new. Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, have a variable to track the current best cum sum. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's start coding. Ooh, I'm so very novice level with Python syntax. So int best cum sum is equal to 2. Can we do something like float negative infinity? There is something like this, right? Best cum sum. Yeah, okay. I guess that's a thing. And then int current cum sum. Sum is equal to 0. Forgot there's no semicolons in Python. No int at the start. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Okay, and then we iterate from left to right. So 4. Do we need the index for this? I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. So we can probably just do for num and nums. So we add current cum sum plus equals num. Yeah. And then we do best cum sum is equal to the max of the current best cum sum versus the current cum sum. These variable names are long. And then if the current cum sum is equal to less than 0, then we set it to 0. We can probably just do a max thing here too, right? Current, actually for clarity, I'm going to do a if statement. If the current cum sum is less than 0, meaning it's going to drag the future down. And current cum sum is equal to 0. Yeah, and in the end you return best cum sum. Is that it? I feel like that's it. We're probably going to get some syntax error or something. Oh great, output is null. Why? Output is null, null. Best cum sum. Max best cum sum. Oh, I forgot the return. No. Oh yeah, thanks Mike. There we go. Oh, second try, baby. Hey, watch this intro. I mean, hello? Is my plugin not working? Elden Leetcode, why are you not kicking in? What if I do a... There's supposed to be an animation if I don't submit. I mean, if I submit incorrectly or submit correctly. Well, guess it's not working. Flying Beast says, bro, do you learn Python from book or website? That's a good question. I learned it from school. I took a class on it in college. I guess you could... Man, how would you learn Python? Is it a good idea to just start Python with Leetcode and just look stuff up as you go? Maybe it's a better idea to get the basics first down, right? Maybe you can watch some YouTube videos, like the basics of Python, intro to Python, get the basic syntax down, and like me, learn the basic data structures there are, like lists. Mike Brown says, want to do a coding battle? Good YouTube content, lol. Maybe in the future when I'm better at Python. I actually did, back when I coded with Python, I mean, not Python, Java. I used to do coding battles actually, but I haven't done any recently. My previous videos were all like coding battles. I challenge an actual LM researcher to a coding battle. It's all Leetcode. I don't really do this anymore though. I challenge a Georgia Tech CS major to a coding battle. Guess how much my win rate was? I have lost a couple times, actually many times. This girl is pretty good. She's an actual CS major who recently graduated. Junior engineer versus senior CS major. Yeah, I'm so rusty though, especially with Python. Mike says, yeah, I work in Fang Lamau. Dang, really? That makes you an even better opponent. Are you allowed to say which Fang you work at? Fang is like Facebook. Wait, what's the A? You work at Facebook. A, let's go. What the heck are the A's? Amazon? I know, and it's Netflix and then Google. What the heck is the other A? Oh, Apple. How could I forget Apple? Jesus. Anyways, let's see what the fast people do in this solution. N is equal to lane nums. Max I is equal to 0. Result is equal to num0, okay. For I in range n. Max I is equal to max of the current cum sum versus the current number. Okay, yeah, whether you should restart or not. Result is equal to max of the current result versus max I. Basically the max you can get at your current index, return res. Flying B says, do you try to become perfectionist first, then jump on questions? Because I think that when I know all the syntax and everything, then do a project, it is not a right. Do you also do that? Well, the current way I'm doing it is I'm just diving right into it, even though I'm not too great with Python syntax. I thought I'd just learn it as I go, because I can look stuff up, like Google stuff as I go. Like, for example, how do I make a set? How do I convert a list to a set? Those stuff you can easily Google. And then do a project. Yeah, I guess it's a good idea to get the basics down before you start a project. Although even if you don't, you could easily Google stuff, right? I'm sure Mike Brown can confirm. He's a Facebook engineer. Okay, next problem is maximum product subarray. Okay. Mike says, I usually just start coding. Well, I mean, but you have a solid foundation of coding, right? It's not like you're not like Flying Beast, who's like just learning. I don't know. I'm trying to think back when I started stuff like game dev and Unity. I think I first watched a intro video to get like the super basics down. Like I clearly don't know everything in the game engine Unity, but I watched the intro video, figured out how to get started, even though I don't know everything. And then I just started building a game, and then I Googled everything as I went, you know, to branch out my knowledge that way. Mike says, nowadays, even when I want to learn stuff, I just start and try to figure it out. I find I learn better that way, but not for everyone. Yeah, there's all those different learning types, right? Some people are like learning by doing. Some people are like learning by watching, visual learning, audio learning. Yeah, I guess it's different for everyone, huh? Maximum product subarray. Given an integer array nums, find the subarray that has the largest product and return the product. The test cases are generated so the answer will fit in a 32-bit integer. Okay, so it's similar to the last problem. Oh, hi Silo, by the way. Hello. Nice to see you again. Are you good because you try, or do you try because you were good? It's a good question. I try to become good, at least right now. Okay, so this is similar to the previous problem where you're given an array and you're trying to find the subarray, like an array within this array that has the largest largest product. So last problem, we basically added everything and then started over whenever we hit 0, right? I kind of remember this one. So this one is, let me zoom in on here. It's kind of similar to the one where we restarted every time we hit 0, right? Because we knew at that point our previous cum sum is going to drag ourselves down. So we don't want to use it. So let's take this example here. Mike says the fastest solution is a bit of a hack lol. Display runtime to track the running time of the code. You'll notice that the winning solution from before is just writing some code to edit the file to make the runtime 0. Wait, that's such a hack. You can do that? Display runtime.txt. They track the time in a txt file? That's ludicrous to me. I mean, dang. I had no idea you can do that. Look at the last line of the fastest solution before. Wait, no way. Can I even still access that maximum subarray? Let me just submit this again. Is this how people are getting the fastest times? No way. Hold on. Display runtime.txt and then write 0. Dang. That's crazy to me. You can do that? Lambda open display runtime.txt write 0. That's crazy. Oh, this one says write 3. The 3 milliseconds one. Wow, these cheaters making us look bad. Alright. Okay, this problem. Where did my pen go? Okay, well, I'm looking at this example now. So let's say you're at 2. Well, I kind of already know the solution. I remember this one. You kind of iterate from left to right. And then once you iterate from left to right and then track your current cum product. If your current cum product is less than, is like negative, right? Then you start from 1 again. Because I guess the negative one could drag your product down. I do remember that you have to try from right to left too. Because see this -2 over here? So you would start off as positive over here and then negative over here if you iterate from right to left. But if you iterate from left to right, it's gonna start positive here and then negative here. Yeah, so you gotta go both ways to try to figure out what your best product is. Yeah, that's the solution, isn't it? Time to implement. Okay, int. It's kind of like last time, right? Best product is equal to... What should the best product be? I'm going to set it to float negative infinity again. And I'm just going to call this product. I feel like my variable names were too long last time. Product, let's start with 1. Oh, dude, I'm doing the Java thing again. There's no types in Python. Okay, and then we iterate from left to right, so we have to kind of use indices now, right? Well, for the first iteration, we don't. We should be fine. Int for every num in nums, yeah, we don't need to. Left to right is simple. Prod is equal to times equals the current number. And then the current best product is equal to the max of the current best product and the current product. And if the current best product is less than 0, meaning it's negative, I guess, then you reset to 1. Product is equal to 1. Yeah. I feel like that's it, right? I'm missing something. And then we go the other way. For... okay. Is there a easy way to iterate backwards in Python? I know you can do like for I in range, but this is kind of wordy to me. We start from nums, lane nums, -1. So this is, the end index is non-inclusive, right? So we do -1 and then -1. For x and foo, oh, that's how you do it? Wait, I gotta memorize that. For I in nums, -1. Range, -1, -1, -1. Wait, does that work? Doesn't that mean you start at -1? To -1? Okay, this is really simple to me. This is like... What? What do you even call this? List slicing in Python? The most Pythonic way is reversed nums. Oh, I kind of like that. Wait, I gotta take a screenshot of this. Reversed nums. Sick. Then we can do... Oh, we gotta reset product equals to 1 again. Prod is equal to 1. You know what? I could just copy this, right? It's pretty similar. Prod times equal to... Oh wait, but I have to extract out the num. Num is equal to nums I. Prod times equals num. Best product is equal to max. Best prod, comma prod. Yeah, I feel like that's it, right? And then over here you do return best product. Mike says reverse nums doesn't make a copy of the list, but nums -1 makes a new reverse copy. If the list is huge, then this is bad. Oh. Wait, then reverse nums is totally the better way to go here. Reverse nums just gives you the number, not the index. Oh. 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 That's awesome. Let's try running this. Wow, we got it. First try, baby. Please. No. Why? Output is -1, expected 3. What? Oh, because you can do -3 times everything, so it becomes -3. Two negatives cancel to be positive, so can't use the same hack. No! Wait, then how do we do this? Do we actually have to try to multiply everything all the way through? -3, -1. Wait, what's the drop condition for this then? Best prod is less than 0. Wait, why am I setting best prod? This is supposed to be prod, right? The current product? What's the problem? It's maximum product subarray. The same hack works, need to change a single condition. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? I think I found it. Let me double check by using test case. No! It's still -1. Wait, what if we iterate this way? -1 times, it will be -1, so we drop it to 1, and then we take -1, but then we still drop it, and then we do -3. Hold on. This is just based off of pure memory now. I don't understand why this would work. Equals 0? Wow. Okay, I just remembered the drop condition of this problem, but I don't know why this works. Why does this work? Can anyone explain to me why this works? Like, sure, I guess you would drop the current thing if it's 0, because 0 just makes everything 0, so you would just start new and don't muddle in your 0. I guess it kind of makes sense to multiply all the way from left to right, all the way right to left without dropping anything, so you would capture all the weird negative cases like you just saw. Negatives can cancel out to become positive, that's why you need to keep going even if current product drops below 0. Yeah, it's this test case, isn't it? Like, I guess on the surface level I understand why this works, but I would never have come across this solution if I hadn't done this before and the memory just came back. Yeah, I guess you have no choice but to multiply everything through, right, from right to left. There's no way you would ever catch the -3 here. -3, yeah. If you count 1, 0, then it will always be 0. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, if your current cum sum is, cum product is 0, then yeah, you're screwed. You best start new, you know? What's the fastest solution here? Did they make... Ooh, look at this. RC is equal to -11, 1. Why? Why -11? Is this a hard-coded solution? Why a -11? Or is it just arbitrary? C is equal to 1. Okay. Okay, so C is our cumulative product. I'm guessing result is for... R is for result. For I and A, C times equals I, okay? If C is greater than the result, R is equal to C, okay? Yeah. Set R to the best cum sum. If C is equal to 0, then we set cum sum to 1, and then reset. For I in reversed A, C times equals 1. So this is the reverse. If C is greater than R, then R is equal to C. Oh, this is basically what I'm doing, except he named his variables poorly. Like, terribly. I hate how they named the variables here. If they gave me a PR like this, I would not approve it. Name your variables better. Does it actually help with speed? Like, he got 0 milliseconds. Do shorter variables actually give you more speed? You should use the A-Texit hack and get the fastest lol. Am I gonna get banned for this? Is Leetcode like chess.com where if they catch you cheating, you get banned? You know what? I have integrity. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to get banned. Anyways, there's something new I learned here. Reversed. I did not know this before. Let me write this down into my notebook. Yes, I have a notebook for tracking new stuff. So and this is no new copy, huh? Reversed list. Mike says it might be the max calling out the variable names. Max? Oh. Is max really that slow in Python? Does it make that much of a difference? Aman Gupta says, hey, hello. How you doing? Not enough runs and small sample sizes to get an accurate benchmark. Yeah, I have gotten... I mean, come on, 90% is good enough already. I should be happy with that. It's like a A- in school. The benchmarks are also not super representative, like T-Carcass said. Alright, good to know. I should also probably write down the float negative infinity thing. That's something I nearly forgot today. Or should I write this maybe at the top of the notebook? Okay. Float negative infinity. Best show not ignore my messages. Did you even send me any messages? No, you didn't. By the way, Silo, are you still working on your AI VTuber? I haven't had any chance to work on mine. She's still as dumb as hell. I really want to try to get Betty to make 3D games in a web browser. I think that would be so cool. Currently, Betty can read and write files one at a time in whatever VS Code workspace she's at. Yes, I did, sir. Ooh. How is it going? Yes, I have been working. Ooh. Ho ho. Do you have a demo or anything? Yeah, I've been slowly getting introduced to Neurosama over the last few weeks. I think Neurosama just learned to code, right? She coded a really basic website. And I saw her solve some CAPTCHAs. It was very cool, very endearing. T-Carcass says, is your name T-Carcass? As long as it is in a few milliseconds, they can be called equal. Some investigation is needed when best runs are something like 10 milliseconds and your submission goes closer to 100. Then you go, I see. Should I do another problem? I don't think I have time today, but I can certainly preview it. Find minimum in rotated sorted array. Oh, I remember this problem. So you're given an array like this, and you have to find the minimum in it in log n time. Tricky. Oh. There's my stylus. Okay. I don't like how it keeps resetting every time I open a new tab, but I guess it works. Oh, you did a test stream. Wait, you just sent me the stream. I wonder what she's like now. Okay, let's say we're given, what is this, 3, 4. It is so hard to write with a mouse. I should get a stylus. 1, 5, 1, 2. Okay, so you want a binary search to the minimum, right? So in binary search, you have a left pointer here, and then a right pointer here, right? And then you have a middle. You're like, yeah, you calculate the middle index, and then you sample it somehow. For context, if you're just copying in, this problem is find minimum in rotated sorted array. You're given an array. You have to find the minimum element in log n time. The array is supposed to be a sorted array, but it's rotated a couple times, so that's why it looks kind of weird. Okay, so for binary search, let's say you start with a 5 here. I guess you can check, right? If m is greater than r, then you're like, okay, the tiny chunk must be on the right side. Yeah, and then you can close in your m, like close in your l like this, close in your r like this, and then it kind of becomes regular binary search, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 4, 7 divided by 2 is 3, okay? So I guess 1 is the one you sample, and then you're like, okay, is 1 less than r? It sure is. So L and R converge to the same one, and there's your answer, yay. Yeah, that's the algorithm, isn't it? So you have left pointer, right pointer. If m is less than r, then L is equal to, wait, if m is greater than r, that's the case in this one. If m is greater than r, then that means your small chunk is on the right side, so L is equal to m plus 1, because m can't possibly be the solution. Else what happens if m is less than r? Then you get this case, right? M is less than r. So there's a chance that m could still be the solution because m is less than something. So then else do r is equal to m. Yeah, that's pretty much the algorithm, right? Am I missing something? Oh well, I'll find out next stream when I actually try this. Oh, and Silo just sent me something. It's the perfect time to end the stream. Alright, well we did 2 problems today in 45 minutes-ish. And voice module and animations kept breaking down low. Hey, you have the same problem as me. High five, bro. Well, I don't even have animation. Yeah, you have the same problem as me, huh? The voice module. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream now. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Carcass. T-Carcass? Thanks, Silo. Thanks, Fortuner for coming in the beginning. I appreciate. Alright, bye guys. See you next time. Bye.